When going through the planning process for missions both big and small, terrain models are kind of a staple within that, because the reality is, as much as they're kind of a pain to make, it is very difficult to get 10 to 40 people to stand around a tiny map and explain what all the different things are and where you're going to go. You need to blow it up. You need to make sure that everybody can see everything and everybody has a good understanding of what this is. So naturally, this is a visual aid for mission planning. This is your way to communicate your vision, your idea of what the actual mission is going to look like and how you're going to be doing it. This can be really, really small. Like this person has a very small set of just cut out pieces of paper with probably laminated, but maybe not, maybe just drawing out with a pen. They use string to mark the boundaries, made little piles for hills, added grass for grassy areas, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be crazy, but you may want to make it even bigger. They're using ammo cans, MRE boxes, tape. There's even a pizza box there. They're identifying the dirt roads, the main roads, and everybody can get a good feel of what the actual terrain looks like so they can ask questions and understand the terrain as they're going in. And now if you have access ahead of time, you can even 3D print this stuff now. This stuff is not hard to do. I painted this one up so it has a bit more detail, but you can get 3D printed topo terrain so that everybody has a really clear idea of what the terrain actually looks like, because, naturally on a map you can get a little bit lost in the topography and the lines. So if you're putting together a kit, what are some key components that you're going to want to have just to make sure that you go through your checklist, make sure you've got everything? Naturally, you're going to want unit icons. Like I've 3D printed these, but you could also be doing them smaller, like wedge shapes, whatever, depending on what the mission sets. Make sure you got your friendly and enemy tokens. Objectives, NAIs, that's your named area of interest, a recon thing. Go back and watch those videos if you don't remember what that is. Rally points, checkpoints, boundaries, and phase lines. Super important to make sure everyone knows at what point the phase line is going to change. Key terrain, like we talked about, hills, maybe some buildings, the routes, of course, and distinguishing, like we said, dirt road versus paved road, so people know what they're looking at. And then, of course, just points of interest. You want to build the terrain model so everybody has an understanding of what the actual area is going to look like, so that they can be better prepared and understand the tasking overall.